Hi everyone, it's Liz with Edmund Designs, and today I'm going to explain how I made my rabbit hutch for my bunny Jack. When we got Jack a few weeks ago, I had him in a folding dog kennel. It was temporary. It only lasted about 3 days, and he had full range of my living room, but I wanted to have something that was going to be more permanent, aesthetically pleasing, and easy to clean. We're actually potty training Jack, so Jack actually has several places in the living room that he likes to lay, and this is not his primary dwelling except for at night when we go to sleep, and I want to make sure that he's not getting into anything that he's not supposed to. So for this project, most of the items that you'll need you'll be able to find at Walmart or your local hardware store. So what I did was I started with a 6-cube ClosetMaid organizer, and before I assembled the organizer I cut archways and doorways into the dividers before assembling. And I made sure to also leave out one of the shelves so that I could accommodate a ramp for him to access the second level of his home. Before cutting my archways, I made sure to mark them with a black Sharpie so that I could make any corrections before I actually started cutting. The dividers are highlighted in red and the shelves are highlighted in blue. So to make your archways, you're going to want to cut into the dividers. When you lay your divider on the floor, you'll see that there's 2 holes where dowels are to be inserted. Go ahead and put in the dowels, as they can be removed later, and place your shelf on top of the dowels like so. Putting the shelf into place is going to prevent us from cutting farther down than we need to. You want to make sure that you don't cut too close to your dowel rods and that you're leaving space on either side so that your shelves can be supported by your divider. You're going to go ahead and mark and cut your archways as shown. For the archway where the ramp is coming up, I actually did a rectangle so that he would have more space, and then I did 2 oval arches for the other side. Once you cut one archway, you can actually use it as a template for the others, and to cut these archways I used my Black & Decker Matrix jigsaw head attachment, and I will link to that. For the ramp, I actually used an IKEA shelf that I had from a different project, but you can use the remaining shelf, and I cut it at 6.5 inches wide so that he still had room to go down. To support the ramp, I drilled 2 holes where I wanted the incline to stop, inserted dowel rods and secured them with wood glue, and then before inserting the ramp I wrapped it with a non-slip shelf liner, and it simply rests against the dividing wall. Next, I lined the shelves with this non-slip shelf liner in case he had any accidents or spills, and then I found this cute woven placemat at Walmart for less than $3, and I cut it down to size to sit underneath his oval pet nest that I found at my local farm and home supply that he's able to gnaw and chew on. For the litter box, I used 2 Sterilite 8-quart dishpans from Walmart. They're 96 cents a piece, and I just cut them down and slid them into one another, and then I bought a couple extras for litter pans around the living room. To enclose the rabbit hutch, I created a custom frame. This one measures 23.5 inches square. I took molding that I had laying around the house and cut a 45-degree angle, and then fit all the pieces together and drove a finishing nail into each side to hold it in place so that I could cut my wire to size. I used hardware cloth, and this is something that you can find at Walmart in their home and garden section, and it's specifically meant to keep rabbits out of your garden. So I cut it to size and then used my staple gun to fix it to the frame. I used 5 magnetic door locks to hold the frame in place, and I just secured these on the inside, and you can see here that I have 5 for my square frame, and then I have 2 holding my wooden panel on. My wood panel is just a simple 1/8 of an inch plywood, but I'd recommend something a little bit thicker so that your screws don't come out on the other side for your mounting plates for your magnetic door closures. So this is just something that's temporary. You can see that the back of the hutch is all one piece because the ClosetMaid cubes only come with 3 squares to cover 3 of the backs of your cubes. So what I used is an 1/8 of an inch board. I found it near the pegboard, and it's very similar in structure, and I found this at my local hardware store. Because most toys are designed to clip on to cages, I've actually had to modify a few, and I could have just screwed in some little hooks, but I didn't feel that that would be sufficient enough for the power and the weight of the bunny pulling on the toys. So what I did here is this is a little treat kebab, and it comes on the end of a little carabiner. So what I did is I actually took it apart and flipped the design so that I could drill a hole in the top of the Rabbit Hutch and feed it through so that when he pulls on it, it's not going anywhere. So that's it, really. It only took me a few hours to do, and it would probably have been quicker if I would have had a plan in motion. As you can see, it fits neatly under my little IKEA laptop desk that I have as an entryway table and is out of the way. So far, Jack is very happy with his new home, and he actually spends a good deal of time in his little hutch, even when he has free time to roam around. And like I stated before, he only spends about 8 hours in here when we're sleeping, and sometimes not even that. I don't recommend this as a dwelling for a rabbit for 24 hours a day, as they're meant to have a lot of room to roam and play. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe, as I will have more DIY videos coming, and hopefully I'll remember to videotape as I'm actually doing the project to make this a little bit easier for you guys. Thanks.